be treated like Americans. And we are part of a non-consensual human experimentation which uses highly advanced electronic technology without our informed consent or knowledge. And we are speaking for thousands of American citizens.
All persons should have the right of informed consent so that they could either decline participating of such studies or otherwise opt out if they are informed at a later date that they have been subjected to these studies. And non-consensual experimentation is a total violation of human rights. It should be outlawed, any non-consensual experimentation. People should not have to be subjected like this, and it would be important if you could recommend to President Obama to change the regulation of informed consent to include even classified operations on persons.
Tracked like an animal. We need help. We need to know, we need to be able to go someplace to find out if we have been implanted, what kind of technology are they using against us. We have done nothing but try to get involved, for me to get involved to make this a better country, and for that we've stepped on some toes, and now we are targeted individuals. And I'm sure most of the people here are innocent and are being targeted for reasons they really don't know. So we need your help. And I think the suggestion of having a TI on this commission, I think, is a great suggestion. We need somebody who knows what's happening to us, helping us. But we need the technology to find out if we've been targeted, if we've been implanted, and because they can get to, these intelligence agencies can get to any doctor, they can get to anybody that we see who might possibly help us. Lawyers, attorneys, cops, you name it, they use it to harass us and attack us.
That the commission, of course, is charged by President Obama to be looking at bioethical issues generated by novel and emerging research in biomedicine and related areas of science and technology, and to promote policies and practices that assure ethical responsibility. And remind you that the specific charge on this meeting has been around looking at on the topic of federal standards regarding human subjects research. So with that background,
human experimentation is going on for years. What you're talking about earlier, I appreciate the committee. Thank you. But what we're talking about is so high-tech, so advanced, we're not talking hospitals. We're not talking people in psych wards, but it does include those. We're talking high-tech warfare here. We're talking technological advancements beyond the human comprehension of the mind. We're way, way behind the comprehension of the mind. That's why they're so far ahead. That's why they can get away with it. There's no regulations, no laws against this type of human experimentation. Whether it's in the United States of America that it's happened, these corporations are outside the United States of America producing these weaponry and doing these studies. We need regulations. It's way above, I believe, possibly pharmaceutical companies are helping with this research, backing it. There's no regulation on it. There's the big money people. You know, I realize you guys are regulating that stuff, but there's big money in this medical research. I think they're buying it and selling it, and they're killing us.
I believe my being a non-consensual human test subject is related to the CIA's MK-Ultra behavior modification program that began in the 1950s. Moreover, after I read a July 1963 CIA MK-Ultra report that became unclassified in 1994 and emphasized that it would be necessary to test unwitting citizens in their ordinary day-to-day activities without their knowledge in the final stage of the testing program, I believe that I could be one of those many thousands of civilians that were unwittingly tested in the CIA's behavior modification program. Getting the government to take action concerning acknowledgement and putting an end to unethical consensual human experimentation that has also been a part of our country's past history is of great concern to me. I believe that there could have been other members of my family that were...
Psychotronic weapons are. I am physically leashed from my neck to the electromagnetic power of one of the weapons that is being used against me. I get tortured day and night. At night is with nightmares and all kinds of dreams that I don't want in my head. And throughout the day is my body. They fraud with my neurological system, so they do anything to my body. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes it makes me sick. It makes me want to throw up. Sometimes I feel I'm going to have a heart attack. They do all kinds of things like jitter, pulsating with the electromagnetic frequencies. They use a program called virtual reality that makes them feel that they are right in there in front of them.
Implant particle devices coming down through here. Projectiles of the nanoparticles on the side of my head in large pictures. These crimes is happening in America. This is a domestic problem, not only international.
All my family received while we moved to Bay Area, California, and settled right next to the Stanford research, including my children. Two boys been implanted in optic nerves, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Mrs. Barbara Boxer requested headquarters FBI to provide information in this regard, and FBI told us what we are on the experiment. Then in the Department of Justice, Mr. Holder told us what we have to learn how to live with that, with torture, with robbery, and this is on tape. And Mrs. Gottman has this tape, and we beg you so many times, please, call Obama, stop torture. Obama can stop torture. Did you call? Immediately. Did you call Obama? We're asking you, stop torture. Physical torture, please.
Yeah, please, we can...
Inhumane torture. Just take a look at this picture, people.
Okay, thank you very much.
Especially we came from Soviet Union. Especially we came from the communist bloc, here for the freedom and what they did to my baby.
It's a horrific, obviously horrific story, and I think we can. Val can take it. She's our head staff person. Thank you very much.